What is up, everyone? Adrian Morrison here, and I want to welcome you to the Profit Power Hour. I'm just getting a couple of things set up real fast, so give me just a moment here. Everybody should be piling in the room right now. So excited for tonight's webinar. I have some really interesting things to show you. And while we're waiting on everybody to come in the room, I'm going to get my webcam shared momentarily. But while we are waiting here, if you are new to the Profit Power Hour, go ahead and type in the number 1 in the chat box and let me know if you can at least see my screen, okay? So go ahead and type in number 1 if you are new. We like to keep a record of how many people are new getting on each week, okay? And typically what that means is if somebody new is coming on the webinar, that means potentially somebody who's a veteran is getting locked out because the noobs tend to show up earlier. All right, so if you are new here, let me just go over a quick little welcome for you and show you around. Right now, you're looking at our welcome screen, and at the top, you can see we give away cash money every single week. So that ranges anywhere from $100 to thousands of dollars. It really just depends. Some weeks I do some really big giveaways. And many of my students have been the recipients of said giveaways, and we do it every single week. So that's really exciting. Let me see if I can get my webcam on. Can everybody see me? Go ahead and type in a 2 if you can see me. Type in a 2. I'm wearing a hat, white t-shirt. I've shaved, yes. I know a lot of you are probably gonna comment on where is the beard. I had a little mishap while I was shaving the other day and did a big line through the side of my face, and it's like, oh my gosh. So yeah, and my hair is just totally messed up. I mean, it's bad. So I need a haircut. It's time. Okay, so we're looking at the welcome screen now. On the right-hand side is my social media. Make sure you follow me everywhere. I do lots of fun stuff, especially on Instagram. Just an inside look into my life, and a great way for me to connect on a more personal level with my students and our community. On Facebook, we post lots of valuable content. YouTube, tons of valuable content. And then, I'm on Snapchat and Twitter, and I do those things here and there. On the left-hand side are our Shopify tools. So some of these, like Shine On, is a completely free print-on-demand app. Pillar Profits is a exclusive print-on-demand app that fulfills from China, but at like pennies on the dollar with faster shipping than AliExpress. And then obviously at the bottom left, I gotta say this every week because we got something really sick coming out. It's gonna be nuts. The beta app alerts. Make sure that you go to go.profitph.com/beta, and it's gonna get you on our Facebook Messenger list. And that's the only list that I will message whenever we have a new software. And you'll get the opportunity to test that at to be a beta tester at a discounted price. And sometimes we let people just beta test stuff completely free. We might take like 5 or 10 beta testers for free, or we might do a group of like 50 beta testers at a discounted price. We very, very rarely message that list. I mean, I'm talking about like maybe like once or twice a year. All right, so it's not like a spam list. I don't spam. Yeah, so this is our welcome screen. Welcome to the Profit Power Hour, and I'm excited about tonight's training. I'm going to do a quick recap, but while we're doing that, now that I've gone over this, oh, by the way, if you have not started your Shopify store yet, you can start a store completely free on a free trial at shopify.com/Adrian Morrison. All right, so shopify.com/Adrian Morrison. They've given me my own custom URL at Shopify, which is very rare. They don't do that for many people at all, if any anymore. Maybe 2 or 3 people tops. You get a lot of special perks when you go through my link. It's my partner link with Shopify. So you can go there. You can start a store completely free on their free trial. Now what I want to do is I just real quick before we get started and go through the recap, I want everybody to go to our Facebook group, okay? So make sure that you go to our Facebook group and That's at facebook.com/group/profitph, our private Facebook group. And tell everybody else to hop on and fill the remaining slots, which there may be few, if any at all. So just say, everyone, get on the Profit Power Hour right now. Adrian is showing us. All right, so Adrian is showing us the new ads he made for his product and how he got them to produce sales. All right, so you don't even have to say it this week. So produce sales. All right, that's what we're going to do today. Remind everybody in the Profit Power Hour to hurry up, come over here, join the webinar. You know, it's just been phenomenal. We've had just so many success stories, and people love this webinar series. Some people forget to jump on this webinar series. So just remember, every week what we do is we kind of come in here and we remind other members to get on, because you know, life hits us and sometimes people just simply forget to hop on the webinar, and we might be going over something that could be life-changing, right? I mean, legitimately, one thing that I say, you know, one single thing that I say on this webinar could change everything for someone, right? Or some people, right? Which is super, super important. As a matter of fact, while we're having everybody do that, I want to go ahead and I want to give a big congratulations to a student of ours, Bradley Ulmer, I think is how his name is pronounced. And he just made a post yesterday, and his post says, yesterday was the best day I've ever had to date. Adrian Morrison's been a huge help in, what does it say? Adrian's been a huge help in getting sales, in getting these results. I literally worked my butt off for a year and I'm finally starting to return. Huge thanks to AM for being willing to teach us for free. That's what I do every week. That's what I'm doing right now, is I'm teaching you for free. Next month in July, I'm on track to do $60,000 in revenue. And that's what, guys, that's what I love about e-commerce, is once you dial it in, this can be very consistent and very predictable, right? When we dial in products, I legitimately can predict how much money I'm going to make the next day in sales revenue. Now, we can't always predict our profits because Facebook costs fluctuate, all sorts of things happen, but we can predict what our revenue is, how many sales we're going to make. You know, you can get pretty accurate with it. So I'm really excited to see that. And then he went on to say, I'll be able to leave my 9-to-5 job after 8 years. Thanks again for the support. So after 8 years of a 9-to-5 job, Brady is looking at being able to go in and go full time potentially with internet marketing. So cool, isn't it? Right? I mean, that could be anybody. Now, I haven't given you know, Brady any special treatment. I haven't. He just gets access to what you get access to, right? I mean, that's it. So what's the difference between him and somebody else that hasn't yet made it? Probably relentless grind, right? I mean, he's been relentless. I know he's been following me for quite some time. I've seen him on Instagram in my DMs. I've seen him in the group. I've seen him on the webinars just like this. And, you know, now he's up to $4,300, what is that, $4,300 a day. That's incredible, right? So this stuff works. It's real, right? It's also a real business, and it's not a get rich quick type of thing. E-commerce is a real business. The cool part about what I teach is that I show drop shipping, whereby you can rapid test products without any, like literally no risk, because it's all drop shipped. You can test whatever products you want to test without having any inventory. So congrats to you. I think it's Brady. I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. And I saw a couple of other students make a post. We had Azada, I guess Azada Zar got her very first order. So I want to congratulate you. Getting your first order is a massive accomplishment. Then we had someone a couple of days ago, Chioma here. Congrats to you, Chioma. 3 sales in a few hours at $119 in sales. And as I scroll down, Here is another one. All right, so we've got Charles here, made my first sale and my ad isn't even up. Now, I don't know how you got your first sale with no ad, but maybe you posted some content or something. And he says, I would have never made it this far without ESA. And I'm going to continue to watch Adrian's videos, still learning every day. $129. So he's selling a higher ticket product. So congrats to you. So there's just so much happening in this group. And you can see that we have students that are going from legitimately making their first sale, like Victoria. I love it when people post their first sale from other parts of the world, all the way to people doing thousands of dollars a day, to our veteran students who are at six figures a month and beyond. So I'm really excited about this training. I'm really excited about what I'm able to bring to you with the Profit Power Hour. And I just wanted to take a moment to show y'all some of the very recent success stories that we've seen posted in here. And I also want to urge you to go in and post your results, right? Go in and post your first sale. Go in and post your first $100 day, your first $1,000 day. Post it, motivate, inspire, because there are people right now that are struggling, people who have no idea that this stuff works, and they're unsure as to if it works, right? They're skeptical, and your story could be what they need to see to get them motivated enough to change their own life, right? And to get started. Maybe not becoming a billionaire, but hopefully making more money than they're making right now and leading to a better, more comfortable life, right? A life whereby they have control over their financial destiny, right? That's what I love about e-commerce, and I love about Facebook ads and internet marketing. So now that we've gone through that, what we're going to do is we're going to go back over this case study. Now, the case study has been interesting because it has not been a positive ROI experience. And I was a bit nervous when I first started this case study selling this product, because I legitimately just went in, I found this little product right here with some spy tools that cost me hundreds of dollars to get access to. And I just said, you know what? I really want to be off the cuff. I want to find a random product that I personally would never advertise. And I want to go live on my webinars, and I'm going to list it up on just a basic theme. It's the supply theme. This is not a fancy theme. So I have no edge, no advantage. I took the upsells off. Look, there's no optimized upsell on here. I have no wheelie opt-in activated. I literally did this with a base page, no optimizations whatsoever. We put copy and we put some images, and we found this product through AliExpress, but we also found this product and we're fulfilling it through Zendrop. So if you are not using Zendrop right now, then I urge you to go check Zendrop out. And I'm just going to scroll down here to the bottom, because I think somewhere down here we'll have a link to Zendrop. These are just the notes that I go through. Here we go. That's back with drop servicing. So at profitph.com/Zendrop, just go ahead and write that down, screenshot this, do whatever you need to do. The discount code is Adrian VIP 90. They've never given a 90-day free trial to their pro version ever to anybody. I literally twisted their arm for this, and I don't like saying that because everybody says I twisted their arm, and they really didn't twist anybody's arm, but I legitimately twisted their arm. Like literally, I was like, I will not recommend your service unless you give me something bigger and better that will give my students a bigger advantage and a better advantage than anybody else. And so they gave this 90-day free trial to their pro service. So you can cancel if you don't like it after that, or you can just use their free version, right? Because they have a free version. But Zendrop. Now, Zendrop, essentially what they do is they let me go find products, right? So I found like the Froggy Potty. Instead of going through AliExpress, I went through Zendrop because they have better vendors, faster shipping times. They take all, like literally, they automate everything. They fulfill it for me, they ship it for me, they deal with everything. I never even have to talk to someone in China, nothing. And so we started selling this Froggy Potty, right? So we listed this on our store. we've had some orders. The first week, all right, the first week that we started selling this product here, this Froggy Potty, right, was interesting because my ad was it was pending approval because we're using a sample account. And I never really run ads through it, so it doesn't have any history. So it was pending approval most of the week. So I literally just blew $100 in a day, the day before our webinar last week, to try to get some data. That was kind of a stupid idea because I went negative and I lost money, which sucked. Never fun to lose money. And we went through, we listed this product on our Shopify store, okay? At first, we had it listed at $29. And that's the day that I spent time, I spent $100 advertising. Nobody bought it at $30 plus shipping and handling. So I could see very, very, very quickly that the recommended price point that I got out of Zendrop, it was a bit too high for the market currently, because they recommended a $34.95 price, and that's actually what we were selling it at, is $34.95. So it's just way too high, way too high. They're not always on point. That's just what they recommend. It doesn't mean it's the right price. They're just trying to recommend something for good profit margins and based off of what they've seen it sell for retail. So always do your own testing. So we listed this product and it got no sales. And I ended up, let me just refresh this because this is a new page. I've fixed it up a little bit. We ended up taking it down to $19.95 plus $4.95 shipping and handling, which still left us plenty of profit for the product, right? So essentially, when somebody buys this, we're getting $25, and our cost of goods on this product is $11.50, right? So we've marked it up about a little over 2x, because $4.50 additional for the shipping brings it $25. It only costs us $11.50. So we got some money built in there, right? And what we did is we brought our price down last week because I had gotten no sales. It was a flop. I ended up just losing money. It was embarrassing. And I wanted to show everybody these are the mistakes that you make. And sometimes just simply because you put a product up and you run a Facebook ad and you blow $100 or $200, whatever it may be, which I don't recommend, and it doesn't get any sales, it doesn't mean that the product won't generate sales. It means most of the time that you've done something wrong, right? That you need to make some optimizations. And so that's what we did last week. We made some optimizations. Optimization number one was, let's drop the price from that ridiculous $34 price point. Let's drop it down to $19.95. And that puts us at a sweet spot of $25 after shipping, and it gives us some money, okay? So that was the first optimization. Now, when I did that, I saw a sale. I did see a sale come through, and I lowered my budgets because I didn't just want to lose hundreds and hundreds of dollars knowing that it wasn't working. And so last week, when I brought up our Facebook ads, it was, like I said, it was pretty embarrassing. Last week, let's see, when I had shown y'all the ads last week, let me just show you real quick. This one down here at the bottom had a $100 a day budget on it. I remember I was just trying to blow $100 in a day to see what would happen. We spent $93 and we made 0 sales. It was a complete flop, and I was like, man, this sucks, because I was really hoping for it to win. But on the same token, it's great because people are going to see that you don't always win right out of the gate. Like a lot of these YouTube videos and a lot of these promises of immediate sales, they're false. It's just not always going to work that way, especially when you're new. You've got to put in a little bit of work in order to get campaigns to where you want them to be, right? So we changed our price point, And when we ended up changing our price point, right, that very next day, we got a sale, which is really interesting because if we change this to June 17th, you'll notice I still spent $100 and we got a sale. All right. Now, here's what's interesting about the sale. You see that there's one purchase over here. Look at the bottom right. Here's our purchase. Right there. We spent $100 in a day. Okay, I don't recommend that. Again, I'm just rushing to get data for you because we lost a whole week pending approval. And that person spent $49. They spent $49, so we lost a little bit of our money. But the cool thing about this is that we ended up getting leads on our email list, right? So people came to our website and they ended up on our email list. You're going to have abandoned carts. You're going to have all sorts of stuff in the play when you fully optimize your store. But would you all agree that spending $100 and getting no sale, right? Making one optimization, which is the price point, dropping the price point down, and then immediately seeing a sale the next day is a good sign? Yes or no? Yes or no? Put it in the chat box right now. Just say yes or no. All right, I see, when I look at this, what I see is potential. That's what I see, right? I see a lot of potential. And so, moving forward over here to the 18th. All right, no sales on the 18th, the 19th. On the 19th, this is where I made looks like screen's frozen. On the 19th, this is where I made some additional optimizations, and that's what I really want to talk about tonight on this webinar, are the optimizations that I made. You'll notice now there are 4 Facebook campaigns that say Froggy Potty Trainer, okay? You'll notice that there's the original one here at the bottom that I'm highlighting right now. Then there is this one, Froggy Potty Trainer 35 to 55. Then you've got 35 to 55 no flex, and then you've got 35 to 55 no flex poll, right? So I submitted these and awaited some results. And out of the 3 new now we have 4 variations of the campaign. I'm going to show you the differences very shortly. This is our original campaign down here. All right, $25, no sales. That is a dud campaign. There's no way that one's ever going to profit. It proved that it was a failing campaign, right? Then I decided to hit just people that are 35 to 55 years old, because last week on our webinar, we observed that the majority of people that were really clicking at a high affinity, or showing a high affinity for this ad, were in the 35-plus-year-old range. And we actually saw that in the 45-plus range, there was a very strong affinity for this offer. We did that by coming over here to our breakdown and then looking at age and gender, okay? And we discovered that when we hit age and gender breakdown, we found that we had females that were 35 and above clicking at a higher rate and adding at a cart at a higher rate, right? So that is why I decided to make this optimization. I said, let's get rid of what we have in our original ad. Our original ad was targeting everyone that is 18 years old and above, right? So if we come here and we look at this ad right here, and we look at the ad set, you'll notice that we were targeting 18 to 65-year-olds. 18-year-olds to most 18-year-olds, I believe, don't have toddlers that are 4 years old, 3 to 4 years old, which would be in potty training, but they might be an aunt or something like that. So that would be, reasonable to think. And then gender, we hit both men and women, assuming that some men would be interested in this product, because just because it's a baby doesn't mean it is just the woman's responsibility. But as I said before, we all know that women are 10,000 times more responsible and reliable than us men. And I'll fully admit that, at least in my house. So the detailed targeting was parents that are 1 to 2, that have kids that are 1 to 2 years old, and preschoolers 3 to 5, and also match these particular brands, like showing interest in these particular brands. You know, Pampers, powdered milk, baby bottle, Fisher Price, Oshkosh, B'gosh, you know, big baby brands, right? So it would stand to reason that if they have kids and they're interested in these brands, right, that they might be interested in buying this product. We had 660,000 people that we are reaching. This is what we call flex targeting. So we are saying you must have kids this age, and you must also be interested in one of these brands. So if you just have a kid this age, you don't qualify unless you're also interested in one of these brands. And if you're interested in one of these brands, you don't qualify to see my ad if you don't also have a kid this age. Does that make sense? So this is very detailed, precise targeting. All right, this failed. It sucked. I ate dirt. I embarrassed myself in front of well over 100,000 people, and I lost money. It sucked really bad. But I'm glad that it happened, because it gave me a way to show you what to do when it doesn't work, right? When you feel like you've done everything you could do and it doesn't work, sometimes pulling back, right, and not being so granular will get you sales. So what did I do? I axed this campaign here, the original, which just lost me a ridiculous amount of money. I ate it, okay? And I saw from last week, I saw what needed to be done. And if you go back to last week's webinar replay, by the way, if you go into your Access Adrian account, click on Profit Power Hour, it'll pull up the members area, click on Webinar Replays 2020, and you can look at last week's training. Well, in last week's training, we did some digging after me admitting that I lost money. And so we dug through this campaign here. We looked at what is the issue here? What is going on? We changed the price points, and then we started digging in the demographics. And with the click of a button, everything was revealed. Everything that we needed to do was revealed in last week's training, right? So you'll see that we see them highlighting 35 to 44. You'll see that? We noticed that we were reaching a lot of 35 to 44-year-olds, and they were clicking. Same thing with 45 and above, right? So we did the research. We clicked age breakdown in here on our ad, and we could quickly see where the highest affinity was. So you'll notice that 45 to 54-year-olds, even though we spent less money, they clicked at a higher rate. They clicked 4 times, right? So it was obvious. It was obvious where the money's at. It's very obvious where the money was at. So go back and watch this replay, because if you watched last week's replay, then you'll see exactly why I did what I'm about to show you, okay? So coming back over here to our live ad account, I created 3 more campaigns. I literally did this. I highlighted this, I hit duplicate, and I duplicated the exact ad, word for word, the exact ad, but I changed some of the targeting. So version number 1 that I did, right, was essentially, I'll show you this. This ad here, what I did was I kept our flexible targeting. So we're still targeting people who have kids who are also interested in the brands, but I said they must be 35 to 55 years old. If you're not 35 to 55, you can't see the ad. So if you're above 55 years old, you can't see it. If you're under 35 years old, you can't see it, right? So a very small range, 35 to 55 years old, based off of what we saw last week. This was the segment of our audience that was clicking at the highest rate. in showing interest in this product. I didn't have to think. All I had to do was click, and I could see that. So I kept all of my targeting the same. This took us down to 190,000 people. All right, so about a fourth of the people if I were to target 18 plus years old. And I did all genders, both men and women, right? Okay, 35 to 55 years old. Now, this did not result in any sales. All right, so the flexible targeting on here did not result in any sales at all. So I also, at the same time, same night, I said, why don't I try to duplicate this and not use the flexible targeting? So what does that mean? Okay, so you'll see this one, and notice that this one here, all right, that I've highlighted here, and I'm clicking, says no flex. Y'all see that in the gray box? It says 35 to 55, no flex. That means I did less targeting. Okay, watch this. So if I edit this, we'll click on edit here, scroll down, you're gonna notice that I'm still hitting all genders, but I'm only targeting people that have kids between 1 to 5 years old. No keywords, no interest, no flex targeting. Legitimately, I'm only targeting people with whom Facebook knows have children within these age ranges. 600,000 people in the United States of America. I imagine if we were targeting in Australia, we'd get even better conversions because Australia always converts better than anywhere else. Okay, so when I took away the flexible targeting and I zoned in on the 35 to 55 years old, and we dropped the price point from that $34 we originally had to $19.95, this is what happened. We spent $24 and we got a sale. Got a sale. All right, and that sale made us $24.90. We made it. No, we broke even, right? Actually, we lost a little bit of money after the product costs, right? Do y'all see what's happened? We went from $100 and no sales out of the gate to $100 and one sale out of the gate, which got me $49 because they bought some other things, right? Now, a day later, with one more optimization, we spent $24 to make $24. You see the light at the end of the tunnel? Do you see the hope? Because you can start chopping away at an ad to make it profitable. And this is still in the learning phase, right? You see right here where it says it's learning? This is still in the learning phase right now. So Facebook has not even dialed in this ad yet. The longer this ad runs for, the more intelligent this ad's going to become, as long as I'm getting sales, right? So this ad, it stands to reason this ad is going to become more and more and more and more and more and more profitable. And that's actually proven, right? It is actually proven because I made a post in our Facebook group. And let me just see if I can come over here and find that post that we made. I showed y'all when I had that glimpse of hope, I was like, uh-oh, all right, it's working. I see something happening here. I might be able to show some people some sales this week because I thought it was completely just done for, failed. I didn't think it was going to work. I didn't think this product was getting any sales. I thought this was a weird product to start with in general, but it seemed like a fun thing to test, right? And when I saw that we got a sale, and I'm just searching through the filters in here, so we'll do most recent, and we'll do posted by me. There's some great new filters in here. Yeah, all right, here we go. So this is the post that I made on June 19th. Let's see if I can get it to pull up. Yeah, here we go. So this is the post that I made. And at the beginning of the day, you can see the sale came in right here we are at a 2x our ROAS. So that means return on ad spend. We had spent $11 to generate $24.90, right, out of the gate. Now, as the day went on, we spent more money, but we didn't get a sale, right? So that's what ultimately ended up happening for that particular day, right? But we now have hope, right? We now can see that on June 19th, after 3 days of optimization, we've gone from very negative to 50% negative to break even. And this is how you run a business. This is how you run Facebook ads. Now, the other one is the same ad, but they were letting you do polls, where people could choose, you ask a question and they choose yes or no. I'll show you the results on that in a little bit, but it is a fluke. It didn't really do much, okay? And so just going day by day here, the 20th, here's where some things started to happen. Check this out. So we go to the very next day. Now, because I'm kind of dumb and I really just wanted to see if these other ones would get sales, even though I knew that these two at the bottom were not going to work right here. I knew it. I knew they were going to fluke. The flexible targeting was not a hit. I still let them spend money. So they still spent $25 and didn't get sales. I'm like, how much do I got to spend to get a sale? That's the wrong mindset. That's how you lose. That's how you go broke, right? Is letting an ad continue to bleed. You got to stop the bleeding. If you stop the bleeding and you patch it, you're good. I didn't do that because, well, I just wanted to lose money to see what would happen. But again, I could afford to do that, right? When you're marketing, most people that are new, you're marketing on a budget. You can't afford to let stuff just bleed and bleed and bleed. So don't follow my lead on that. This, again, case study purposes. Case study purposes. June 20th, what happened? Okay, look where we are. Okay, so we're seeing some consistency. That original ad with no flexible targeting, we spent $27 and we made another sale, $24.90, almost at break even. All right, this is good because remember, you're getting leads on your email list. Every person that comes to your store and adds the product to the cart and goes to the checkout, they go on your email list, which means they're going into a checkout abandonment recapture series. So I know that if I'm breaking even, I'm in the green. Does that make sense? If I'm breaking even, I'm in the green. If I am breaking even on my ads, I am in the money. Why? Because as all of these people are clicking on my ad, they're going on my email list. And so that means I can email them and I can offer them other products as many times as I want to. That will result in sales. It is factual that if you build a list of targeted people and you mail them things that they are interested in, people are going to buy, okay? And then this top one with the poll finally popped off the sale after 2 days, and it broke even too. Spent $26, make $24.90. So that was June 20th, okay? Break even. 21st, Father's Day, no sales. Father's Day was not a good day to talk about teaching your kid how to be potty trained. So no sales whatsoever on Father's Day. And sometimes, on holidays like that, the specific types of products and niches will absolutely tank. Everybody at that point is they're interested in buying holiday gifts, right? All right, and then the 22nd, nothing. Today, all right, so today we are at $32 spent and $49.85 generated. All right, so we're at a 1.5x, so we're in the green for today, right? So the ads take some time to learn, they need conversions, they need time to become, to really get dialed in. So, if I come over here, you're gonna see, again, this campaign is in the learning phase, meaning it takes time for Facebook to realize who your customer is and really dial in the ad. Does that make sense? Just say yes if that makes sense. So we're at a 1.5x and we're going to finish the day out profitable, right? But here's the key, right? Here's the key. This is what's really, really, really interesting here, because Facebook doesn't always track all your sales, right? So if we were to go back to last week, which is when we got our very first sale, the 16th through the 23rd, we would see that we spent on these two campaigns that actually ended up generating sales for us. Where is it at? So we spent about $270. All right. We spent about $270. Remember, the first couple of days we went negative, right? We went completely negative the first couple of days, especially with that one poll ad, which never really ended up popping off more than one single sale. So we need to cut that off. So we went negative. But if I go into our Shopify store and I start looking at sales, you're going to notice that we have another $41 or so in sales in there, actually more than that. So we've actually done $241 in sales since last week with me testing and playing around with this ad. Nothing sexy, nothing hot. We're at $50 in sales today. So, you know, we spent like 35 bucks and we've made 50, so we're at $15. That's good. That's not bad at all. But what happens is Facebook starts, Facebook doesn't always track all the sales, and people will come to your store and they will start making purchases of more than just one thing. So I want you to see what's happening here. So I don't want to reveal customer information because they're, you know, that wouldn't be right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly take a screenshot of the store so you can see everything's from last week. I'm going to quickly blur out their names because that's the right thing to do, because these are real people that really did make purchases, and we should not be sharing their name across the internet. So let me just use my blur tool. Come on. Okay. Got it. Done. Perfect. All right. So here is the screenshot. So everybody can see the screenshot. Now I want to point out a couple of things. Let's go to view. Let's do. There we go. Just zooming in. All right, so we got an order today at 10:52 for 49 bucks. Well, we're only selling a $25 product. The thing is they bought two, right? They bought two of them. They bought two of the potties, right? So that tracked in Facebook. Then we had someone take priority shipping yesterday, $26. That's with Shipping Hero. We have that extra $2 built in. The day before, 24 bucks, 24.90, 24.90. This is the difference right here between upsells with your shipping. 24.90 is standard shipping. 26.80 is your bump shipping. Then we had this person come in and spend 39 bucks and this person spend $49, right? So people were coming in and buying a little bit more. They were adding more stuff to their order. Facebook doesn't always accurately track everything. So we ended up in the last week literally just messing around. What we did is we ended up making $241.07. All right, so are we at a positive? But no, we're definitely not at a positive by any means. We're not at a positive. But are we on our way to a positive? And the answer to that is yes, right? The answer to are we on our way to a positive ROI is yeah, because we can see that people are coming into our store, they're purchasing the product. We're literally selling on a free Shopify theme with a basic page, no upsells, no cross sells, no wheelie opt-in, no discount pop-ups or anything like that. All we did was change our audience a little bit, change our ad a little bit, our ad targeting a little bit, that is, And you'll notice that if we come over here and we look at the ad for the little potty thing, this is our ad right here that we're using. It could be a better ad, right? It could be like we haven't made any optimizations to creative at all. And we've had 6 comments, 18 likes, 11 shares. But here's what's cool. You've got this person tagging someone. You've got Gonzalo tagging Shirley saying, look, this would be great for Sebastian. You got Brittany, and then Sammy says, I'm sorry, Brittany says, oh my gosh, yes, LOL. Kimberly says, do you think Kai would use this? So you have people now, as the ad gets out there and starts hitting the right people, you're going to see people coming in and sharing this and tagging their friends. That's going to lead to some more organic sales through some of your paid media, right? Your email list is building. Your abandonment cart protector should be saving carts. I don't even have abandonment cart protector turned on this demo store. I literally am doing it bare minimum, right? And we're already on the Facebook ads starting to see it work, right? So we're now on our first day, which is today, where we're actually going to end the day in green. And remember, this is not on an optimized store. This is not on an optimized creative. This is not, this is not dialed in. It's just me showing you off the cuff, just messing around. This is what's possible. So if I lost money, yeah, I lost money letting the first ad bleed, trying to blow $100 in a day, which is the cardinal rule you should not do. You should be starting with a $5 to $10 a day budget to wait until you see clicks start coming in, likes, comments, shares, where you get the vibe that it might be worth upping your budget a little bit. We launched 4 different variations of our targeting, one with a poll, one without the poll, which the poll ended up sucking. I don't know if you've seen those before, but it's kind of like below the ad, I said, is potty training a big issue for you as a parent? Question mark. Yes or no? That tanked. It only got 1 sale. So ultimately, if we really just looked at our winning ad campaign, which is this one right here, right? Out of 4 different variations, we found the one winner, which was the 35 to 55, no flex. This one started to crush it. And, we think that we can get this bad boy on track because, it started out day 1 with the sale. Then we hit the holiday. So Sunday, Monday, we rolled a donut, as I call it, which is expected on a low budget on a holiday. We were only spending 25, 35 bucks a day or something like that. So essentially our average cost per purchase is, let me see, about like 30 bucks or so, but people are buying more than one. So our average order value is higher than $25. So we know that if we spend more money on this, we're probably going to make more money. Then if we have our abandonment emails, our abandoned cart emails set up, we know that we're going to pick up sales. If we optimize our sales page some, maybe with some animated example images of how the product works, or some upsells or cross sales, or email opt-ins with things like Wheelie opt-in or discount codes that pop up, we know that we could probably get this in the green. Is this a 6-figure or $1 million product? I don't think so. I don't think this has the sizzle to be that hot. But could this be a side product that you hit that could make you a couple extra $100 a month or $1,000, $2,000 a month? Yeah. Is this a product that could generate sales and break even and build you an email list of parents with toddlers? Yeah. Why would you be happy and excited about breaking even on a product like this? Because you're getting very, 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 very specific bullseye targeted customers and prospects that would be non-buyers, add to carts, on your email list. So now you know, hey, why don't we email them? There's a potty trainer for girls and there's a potty trainer for boys, right? Well, we're targeting people with parents. We're not targeting, I'm sorry, people with children. We're not targeting people with only boys. There's no way to do that. So we know that half the market might not be interested in this because it's, you know, it's made, right, for boys. I mean, it sits on, it goes against the wall, right? So they have one for each gender. So that said, what if we send an email to our email list and we started promoting the one for girls, right? Well, we're probably going to pick up some sales there. What if we went in and we started, you know, emailing different things for diaper changing stations or different toys for safety toys for babies? What if we started what if we started emailing different products that like lock counters, right? Because I know that when we have kids, locking countertops or blocking staircases and stuff are really important. Modern playpens. There's all sorts of things. You see what I'm saying here? Babies' clothes. There's a zillion things that we could start marketing, from AliExpress all the way to doing print on demand that says like world's best mom, world's best dad, world's best parents, world's best grandpa, yada, yada, yada. There's a zillion things. So if you're breaking even on your Facebook ads, right, and you're building a list, you know you're in the money. You know you're in the money because parents are going to buy stuff. They're going to buy stuff for their kids. They can't not. You have to, right? And so you're able, with this page that we made, New Parent Journey, to build a list of new parents that are curious, that are looking for ways to, you know, deal with toddlers growing up, and safety things and play things and organic stuff, whatever it may be, right? We know that we're building a list here. So if you are breaking even, you're winning on this particular product, right? In this particular niche, because we know that we can sell them more stuff through retargeting, through remarketing, through email marketing, and we can absolutely crush it. So yes, I've lost on the front end, but if I were to truly pursue this on one of my real Shopify stores that is mega optimized, then I know, like I would be in the green. I know it, right? So far, our winning ad, you know, is the only ad that we launched, which is this one right here. And we also know that our winning targeting for now, and I probably will launch a couple more variations, maybe just targeting females would be the next, is only targeting people that are 35 to 55 years old to who have kids from 1 to 5 years old. And that has now got us an ad that's getting consistent sales and profitable sales some days not. When you're on a low budget, some days you'll have a sale, some days you won't have a sale. When you increase the budget, you're spending more money, you're more likely to get sales. That's how it works. So nothing like, you know, like just crazy in terms of sales right now, but plenty of hope and plenty of, you know, I think plenty of proof of concept. So what are the next steps? Like, what am I going to do next? All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this ad to 35 to 55-year-olds, but I'm going to duplicate it and only target women that are 35 to 55. So that's step number 2. Now, why would I do that? Well, if we click on this ad, which is still learning, it's still optimizing, it should get better. And we come over here to breakdown by delivery, and we do gender. Here's why. Stop it, Facebook. We're going to see that we have gotten this. This is really telling right here. This is so telling. All right. Today, all right, to women, we've reached 715 females. We've spent $23 marketing to females, and we've generated $49. Today, to men, we have spent $10.97 to make 0 sales. So if I was not showing this ad to men, then we would be at a way better, we'd be at over a 2x profit. You see this ROAS right here? It's 2x. We're in the green. We've profited, right? Men, showing our ad to men who are not buying, is sucking away profit from our ad campaign. And everybody should be able to see that now. I know some of you were probably saying the screen is frozen. So again, you can see that when I come over here to breakdown and I go to delivery gender, look, breakdown, delivery gender. It'll show me this ad campaign, the one that's actually working for us. Overall, we've reached 1,156 people. 715 of those people were females. Look, females. It's highlighted. We spent $23. We made 49. Winning, all right. Men, 428 of that 1,000 people were men, which cost us $10.97. In other words, the amount of traffic that we had displayed to men, right, cost us $10.97. Did that result in any sales? No, right? So we're at a 2x profit today advertising to women. If we were not advertising to men, we would be making a nice profit for the day. And that shows us a lot of hope. Does that make sense? Just say yes. Right now, if I went through this and I showed you the week, this is really telling right here, because remember we said that this campaign for the week was negative, right? Because the Father's Day and Monday both really just destroyed us. All right, so if I change the dates from July 16th through, June 16th through June 23rd, you'll see that 23, look at this. Let me just zoom. Dang it. Okay, here we go. So you'll see that females, right, top line, we had 2,300 females see this. We spent $94 and we made $99 for 1.06 ROAS. Now, that is with Sunday and Monday flopping and making no sales at all, right? None. All right, on a holiday, which again is expected. This shows a lot of promise right out of the gate, going from 0 sales and spending like $200 to breaking even just by making one change to an ad targeting. All right, that's showing promise on an unoptimized sales page on a basic free Shopify theme. Yeah, no upsells, no cross sells, no abandoned cart setup. Just literally, we're doing straight sales right now. Men, 1,800 men saw it. We spent $60 advertising to men and not a single sale. You see what I'm saying here? If we eliminate men from this, then we know we're probably going to have a much more profitable ad. All you have to do is click, y'all. All you have to do is click. I mean, it's, you know, this isn't revolutionary, but you know what we did is we clicked on our ad set. Let me just show that to you. Delivery, none. Okay. Okay, so what we did is we came up here to our main screen, excuse me, and we clicked on our winning campaign. So here's our one that's been winning, the 35.55 no flex. Click that, go to breakdown, see it right here, breakdown, delivery, gender, okay, male versus female. It gives us the stats, but you also want to come over here and you just want to hit lifetime. And you can see that you spent $2 to uncategorize, $59 to men, neither of which have given us sales. So $62 or so of people and no sales, but women are generating the sales. So what's the next optimization I'm gonna make? I'm gonna duplicate this ad. I'm gonna eliminate everything but females, and I'm gonna blast more traffic to it. The second optimization that I'm gonna make between now and next week is I'm going to open this ad up from showing to 45 to 55 years old to 45 to 65 plus. And I'm going to see if some of the 65 plus year olds or 55 plus year olds will buy the product and maybe have kids that have toddlers or something like that that would buy it as a gift. So next week, the next optimizations that we're going to make, or we're going to target 55 plus year olds, and we're going to eliminate men from seeing this ad because men are not interested in buying products apparently to help potty train their toddler, right? Women obviously are the ones that are purchasing this product. And so this is a really unique way of showing you exactly how to take a complete loser and turn it into a winner, or turn it into something that can break even and get you in the money on the back end. How many of you in here enjoyed this training? As a matter of fact, if you enjoyed this training, I want you to go in our Facebook group and I want you to post just how much you loved tonight's training and leave me some feedback on this, because it's been really interesting, because I was nervous in the beginning. I was like, okay, am I going to get sales? I didn't, and I lost a bunch of money. I was like, can I make this get sales? Because I always talk about, look, I've always said you could fix anything. Any ad is fixable as long as the product's good and there's proof of concept. I did the research and we flopped, right? And I'm like, okay, now I'm really on the line here. Like, I don't have to make a bunch of money, but I have to prove that I can make it get sales. Because I talk about how, with Facebook ads, it's never the product or the ad's fault, it's your fault. It's because you did not do something right. You got to optimize it. So I put myself on the line, and over the last 7 days, you can see that I've made it generate sales, I've made it generate money, and now we've pinpointed exactly where the money is. 35 to 55-year-old females. The ads are still learning, the pixels optimizing, and the longer this ad runs, most likely the more profitable and more dialed in it's going to become. It's still on, like, very, 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 very new, right? We took a complete loser product. Now imagine if we had a product that was sizzling, it'd be easy. But we took a loser and we turned it into a product that now some days is profitable, some days is breaking even, building us a list that we can grow, a fan page that we can grow, and we can start marketing more stuff to build long-term profits, back-end money, which is what a lot of marketers do. They lose on the front to earn on the back, or they break even on the front to earn on the back. E-commerce is like, this is like one of the first times in a long time with e-com and Shopify, people are profiting on the front end, right? Because of all the resources that are available to us now. So don't be let down if you're breaking even, because in my opinion, you're still in the green because you are doing email marketing and abandonment cart stuff, all right? So that's it for tonight's training. What I want everybody to do is jump over to our Facebook group, and I'm going to choose a random winner. I'm going to give away some cash money. I'm going to go live on Facebook, give away some cash money to a random winner. Please send in your feedback, okay? Please send in your feedback. Actually post it underneath my live. I'd love to have you on our live. We're going to do a giveaway. And then we'll see what happens next week. We'll see if these optimizations work. We'll see if this weird froggy potty can make sales. Again, nothing phenomenal, but I think it's so cool to see me go from losing a lot of money to making little optimizations, little by little, on a basic, ugly Shopify store with none of my plugins, with none of my optimizations active, and get it to a point where we have a profitable day, and then dial it in and see where there's more profit that we can squeeze from the ad. So cool. I think this is what beginners need to see, right? All right, that's it. I will see you all on the live in a couple of minutes. And also next Tuesday, same place, same time, right here on the Profit Power Hour for more free training, completely free training, no matter where you are in the world, from me, Adrian Morrison, just trying to show you how to make this internet money, right? Trying to show you how to start a business online, not show you how to become a billionaire and get a Ferrari. Just showing you how to have a better life, how to take control of your life, and have the opportunity to build your own income, right? Without relying on somebody else telling you when to eat, telling you what time you can eat, telling you when to vacation, how long you can vacation, how much money you can make, when and if you can get a raise, and somebody that can ultimately be the alpha and omega of if you're getting a paycheck next week or next month so you can afford to support your family. That's what I want for you. That's step number one, is take control and build a sustainable income for yourself that you control. And then from there, you can scale up and you can have fun. All right, focus on the most important thing. And then you can scale up. You can do all the other fun stuff, hopefully. All right, I love you all, and I hope you crush it. Wish you all a ton of success. I'll see you next week on the Profit Power Hour, and I'll see you on my Facebook Live very shortly, okay? All right, see you then, and if I don't see you on my live, I hope you have a good night.